Welcome to the Life in Focus podcast. It's brought to you through Rogers Research Global with your host, clinical psychologist, Dr. Marie Rogers.
Hello and welcome to today's episode. This is Your Life in Focus. This podcast focuses on bringing you up-to-date research and information pertaining to psychoneuroimmunology, executive functioning, and mindfulness. 3 of my most favorite topics. In fact, if we were to meet for lunch at a networking event or chat it for a few minutes after a yoga class, I can assure you that at some point, I will be weaving at least one of these topics into our conversation. If you show any interest at all, then we will in all likelihood be chatting for hours. These topics put my brain right into the coveted flow state, also known as the zone. Our brains love the zone. Our brains love entering the flow state. It's the place of deep concentration in which time seems to slow way down and we are immersed in an activity that fully energizes us. In future podcasts, we will be delving into how to access the flow state and why it's a favorite destination for our mind and body and our brain. But we will need to reserve that for another day. I'd like to break down the 3 aspects of this podcast as the themes moving forward will involve 1, 2, or all 3 of the following: psychoneuroimmunology, which connects the fields of psychology, neurology, and immunology, and how they flow together, constantly in communication with one another. Think about this as the mind-body connection. Decades ago, it was believed that the immune system operated within itself, rather than the well-integrated network and constant communication with the brain and nervous system that we now know it to be. Not only do these networks communicate, but they do so in profound and sophisticated ways. Each affects the other. Their synergy is both staggering and powerful. Your energy, your health, your immune system, your life force energy, your well-being, they're all dependent on the synchronized flow of these areas. The second component of this podcast deals with your brain's frontal and prefrontal lobes, the executive functions. Every time you make a decision, critically think, plan something, organize something, regulate your behavior, regulate your emotions, decide on a specific course of action, problem solve, you are using the front part of your brain. Before we go on to the third part of this podcast, which is mindfulness, let's connect executive functioning with psychoneuroimmunology, or again, the mind-body connection. Let's use time management as our example. There are countless books, seminars, suggested hacks to get the most out of your day, to enhance your productivity, to set your day in motion in such a way as to maximize it. While I have no issue with anything that helps you get the most of your day in life, I am going to express concern if today's actions ultimately cost you your health. Think about it this way. There is a future you that is dependent on the decisions you make with your health today. Again, there's a future you that is dependent on the decisions you make with your health today. For example, if you're chronically not getting restorative sleep in order to accomplish more, or you're eating nutrient-empty or highly processed foods in order to keep a fast-paced lifestyle or schedule, then the question becomes, will you be paying for this later? Is your lifestyle helping to promote healthy energy, or are you on a direct path to burnout? Again, I'm all about getting the most out of your day, your week, your month, your year. I love the feeling of accomplishment. However, I look at it as not so much as a time management hack, but more of how can I maximize my healthy energy so that I have the stamina to mindfully get the most out of my day. When you pair executive functioning with the mind-body connection, time management becomes more about energy management than the actual hours on your watch or clock. When your energy is high, your productivity should also naturally and organically follow. The question then becomes, are you focusing on the right things? High energy, but a scattered life will not yield the outcome you desire. Think of focus as directed energy. Again, it's all about the energy. Just to clarify and drive this point home, overall, psychoneuroimmunology highlights the interconnectedness of psychological and physiological processes, and it provides insights and cues into the complex relationship between the mind and the body. The more we know, the more information we have, the more power is available to us to direct our life in a much healthier and aligned manner. Let's go to the third aspect of this podcast, mindfulness. Yes, I know, it's everywhere today. Mindfulness, the act of paying attention to the present moment with a non-judgmental attitude, has become quite the buzzword in recent times. Endlessly featured on social media, magazines, television, and YouTube videos, its overuse may contribute to the dilution of its meaning and therefore its therapeutic benefits. However, in its true and undiluted form, committing to and embracing a mindfulness lifestyle will do more for your well-being than almost any other single act. It is the ultimate in stress management. Mindfulness helps recalibrate our mind and body. It is the act of paying attention to what you're paying attention to. Consistently practiced and over time, a mindfulness practice is brain restorative. It helps to change the neural circuitry to one of equanimity and peace. Weaving mindfulness and coordinating it with psychoneuroimmunology and executive functioning, and inevitably, you'll not be able to help but have a good life. In future podcasts, we'll delve into these topics, take a deeper look at them, see how we can help you feel better and more energized, and how you can live your best life. Other topics will include neuroplasticity, meditation, yoga, breath work, the vagus nerve, creativity, and burnout, just to name a few. The objective here is to help you learn more about your mind, your brain, and your body. Through your enhanced knowledge, you'll be able to make better decisions to elevate your energy and health. Okay, that's a lot for today. Here's what I would like to leave you with. It is an invitation to explore your life and to ask yourself, how am I going about my day? Does it feel mindful or does it feel mindless? At various moments in your day, push the pause button. Take a moment. Ask questions such as these. Do I feel connected to this present activity? Is this present activity energizing me or depleting me of my energy? How am I feeling right now? When I listen to my body, what is it telling me? What is it telling me I need? What am I paying attention to at this moment? What is the rhythm of my life right now? Too fast? Too slow? Smooth? Irregular? Did anything come up for you? Anything you wish to change? Anything you want to add more of in your life or decrease, or perhaps do away with altogether? Questions give rise to self-awareness and eventually to transformation. If you enjoyed today's episode and would like to learn more about these topics, then please go to my blog, Life in Focus, at drmarierogers.blogspot.com.
The information presented is intended for general knowledge and is not a substitute for medical advice or treatment. As with most things in life, there isn't a magic pill or cure-all, but there are strategies to help regain control of your life. If you'd like to read or learn more about today's and other related topics, please visit drmarierogers.blogspot.com.